Husband, and we are the online campus pastors here at Liberty Church. And today I want to talk to you about beauty in the ashes. In Isaiah 61:3, it says, "To all who mourn in Israel, he will give a crown of beauty for ashes, a joyous blessing instead of mourning, festive praise instead of despair. In their righteousness, they will be like great oaks that the Lord has planted for his own glory." Do you ever just reflect on your past and your present and think, wow, look where God has brought me? Just last night, I did. So, my daughter and I were having a conversation, and she had some questions about my past life when I was in addiction. And so, I obviously answered her questions honestly. But as I did that, I reflected on, wow, there were so many moments that, although it was uncomfortable to talk about, there were so many moments that the enemy used those moments to take me out. He used those moments to try to undo what God was going to do in my life, but he did not succeed because God knew I had a bigger purpose and he had a bigger plan that was much higher than anything that I could have imagined or see. In Ephesians 4:22 through 24, it says, "Throw off your old sinful nature and your former way of life, which is corrupted by lust and deception. Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and attitudes. Put on your new nature created to be like God, truly righteous and holy." Unfortunately, the enemy will still attack our thoughts. I know that he does me a lot of times where my children are concerned. When I was in addiction, I missed a lot of milestones. I missed a lot of great moments, and because of my bad choices. And in doing that, 5 years later, even though God has restored everything, he still tries to use that against me. So I have to be conscious when he tries to put a thought in my mind of that I'm a bad mom or take me back there and make me think, well, you should have done this, you didn't do this, and try to make me feel like there's still unforgiveness there. I have to immediately take it to the Lord because if I don't, it doesn't put me in a very good place. In Philippians 4:8, it says, "And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise." I know that my children have forgiven me. I know that my family has forgiven me. I know that I am forgiven completely for my past and the things that I did. But it doesn't mean that the enemy still doesn't try to use it. God is not done with you yet. He still has something much better in store for you in your future. In Ephesians 2:10, it says, "For we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus, so we can do the things He planned for us long ago." In Ecclesiastes 3:11, it says, "Yet God has made everything beautiful for its own time. He has planted eternity in the human heart. But even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to end." So God had a huge plan for me. Even though when I was in addiction, I felt worthless and I was hopeless and I was lost and ashamed and all these things, God's scope of my future was much bigger than anything I could have ever imagined. So I want to encourage you today, if you are feeling less than, if you are feeling like, oh man, I should have done that a little differently, lean on the Lord, pray to Him. Let Him encourage you. Let Him renew your spirit because He will. He has a bigger plan for you.